UFO of 1803 and the MH370 mystery, are they back? In 1703, a strange round object washed up on the shores of Japan.
Inside was a being no one had ever seen before. The villagers were terrified. Then it vanished. Over 200 years later, a modern aircraft, flight MH370, disappeared without a trace. Could they be connected? Aliens? A different dimension? Or something far worse? In February 1803, fishermen in Hitachi discovered a mysterious object drifting ashore, metallic, windowed, unlike anything they had seen before. They called it Utsuro Bune, the hollow ship. Inside was a red-haired woman with pale skin, wide eyes, and an unknown language. She clutched a strange box and refused to let anyone near it. Hours later, she returned to her ship and vanished forever. Sounds like folklore? Maybe. But in 2014, Malaysian Airlines flight MH370 disappeared just as mysteriously. Mid-flight, no distress call, no wreckage found. Radar shows the plane making a strange final turn, then silence. And witnesses in the Maldives reported seeing a glowing orange-white object fly overhead, the same night MH370 vanished, just like the lights people saw in Hitachi 200 years earlier. Could MH370 have been taken? Was the hollow ship of 1803 an alien reconnaissance craft? Was she the first visitor? Have they returned? So many questions, and still no answers. But if you believe truth is stranger than fiction, subscribe to Strange But True, because nothing is ever as it seems. The final flight. The disappearance hidden beyond space. Not everything that disappears is lost. Some things just slip out of reality. On October 7th, 2019, a commercial airliner, Eden Air Flight 279, took off from Anchorage International Airport, Alaska, bound for Seattle. The flight was scheduled to last just over 3 hours. On board were 167 passengers and a crew of 9. The sky was clear. No storms, no warnings. Everything was perfect. But Eden Air 279 never arrived. Its last signal was received at 1:14 a.m., roughly 230 kilometers off the coast of British Columbia. After that, silence. No distress call, no radar contact, no wreckage, nothing. It vanished, as if it had never existed. The first response: a strange accident. Authorities initially assumed a crash, mechanical failure, or maybe an in-air explosion. Search and rescue teams were deployed immediately. Helicopters, naval ships, and satellites combed the northern Pacific for days, but they found nothing. No wreckage, no oil slicks, no luggage, no bodies, not even a seat cushion. As if the plane had simply been erased from the sky, the strange sounds before it vanished. A week later, a leaked audio clip, allegedly from the cockpit voice recorder, surfaced online. It captured the final 3 minutes before Eden Air 279 disappeared. The co-pilot's voice trembled with fear. "We're flying into a strange fog. Wasn't in the forecast. Instruments are glitching. Repeat, we're losing all navigational systems." Then a sound. Not metal, not static, but something else. A whispering chorus, like 100 voices murmuring at once, mixed with a high-pitched screech, almost like wind, but not wind. The recording cuts off, abruptly, as if something outside of time had ended it. An unexpected survivor. 3 months later, in a remote village in Yukon, a man was found wandering through the forest, disoriented, barefoot, and wearing a pilot's jacket with the Eden Air insignia. He was identified, through fingerprints and DNA, as the captain of Flight 279. When asked what happened, he said only one thing: "We don't belong here anymore." They won't let us come back. He disappeared from the mental facility just 48 hours later. No camera footage, no signs of forced entry. Just gone. In his room, they found his watch, frozen at exactly 1:14 a.m. A question with no answer. Eden Air shut down completely in 2021. All documents related to Flight 279 were sealed by the government. Families of passengers were forced to sign NDAs. Journalists investigating the case vanished. One found days later, trembling in the Nevada desert, whispering about lights that don't come from the sky. So what really happened to Eden Air 279? Some believe it was a crash near the infamous Alaskan Triangle, a region known for hundreds of unexplained disappearances of aircraft and people over the decades. Others believe it wasn't an accident at all. They believe the plane was taken, signs of something not from Earth. One civilian satellite recorded an intense beam of light in the sky at the exact moment Flight 279 vanished. The light moved against the wind and disappeared in 2 seconds. Nearby radar stations suffered system failures immediately after. For years, Alaska has been a hotspot for UFO activity, though the government has always denied it. But an anonymous whistleblower from NORAD once said, "They know where the plane went. It wasn't an accident. It was part of an exchange. Every few years, something leaves and doesn't come back." When asked, "An exchange with who?" he simply stared into the camera and said nothing. Do you believe in what can't be explained? No one wants to believe that forces beyond our control rule the skies. No one wants to accept that some doors don't open both ways. But Flight 279 is a crack in the world, a glimpse behind the curtain. And the most terrifying part isn't that the plane vanished. It's the idea that someday soon, it could come back. Not whole, not the same. And bringing back something that isn't human. One missing flight is a tragedy. 2 might be coincidence. But 3 is a message. So next time you look up into the night sky, ask yourself, are you sure you're not the next one?